of the 2020 UIPM Pentathlon World Cup. We're close to the pyramids of Giza here at the Platinum Club, the third consecutive visit to this venue in what's a hugely important Olympic year for the sport. Modern pentathlon, a multi-skilled challenge with athletes put to the test over 5 disciplines in one day. A 200-metre swim kicks things off at the pool, that being followed by the round-robin épée fencing, with extra points available from the bonus round. Next, the riding, where they all face the challenge of jumping an unfamiliar horse. And finally, the combined event, the laser run, where so often the entire event can be won or lost. A unique, exciting and tough test of all-round Olympic ability. 170 athletes here in Egypt to claim the medals, but we'll focus first on the women, so time now to take a look at some of those likely to be in with a chance of a podium place. First up, Alexia of France, one of the most experienced athletes in the field. She didn't necessarily enjoy the best of seasons last year, that second place at the World Cup final in Tokyo marking the high point. Of Germany, currently ranked 4th in the world and always a strong finisher. Second at last year's World Championships in Hungary at 29. She's at the peak of her powers. And of course, Russia's Guberlina. She was 2017 World Champion and took the second step on the podium at the World Cup brand in Prague last year. Look to her for a straight out-of-the-box performance in the pool. Lots of action so far in the early heats, as now we join our commentator James Zanidakis for coverage of the finals.
And we join the action in the closing stages of Heat 4. This then the second of the fastest swims, and you can see in lane 4 Natsumi Takamiya of Japan setting the fastest time in this 4th heat, ahead then of Ortaza of Russia, with Ulyana Batashova, the 2019 gold medalist in Cairo, coming home in the 3rd fastest time. On then to Heat 5, and this is where things really start to get quick. Times of just over 2 minutes expected as we approach the final turn. This is where things really do go flat out in the final 50 metres of this Olympic-sized swimming pool. It's close, it's tense, but it is between Guberlina of Russia and Zotero of Italy. Guberlina in the centre of your shot there, always very, very fast in the pool, and she looks like she's just got the edge here on her opponent Zotero in lane 5. It's going to be close, probably closer than Guberlina would have wanted as we approach the final few metres of this race, but it is going to be the Russian who takes the fastest time overall in the swimming, with Zotero taking it right to the wire, coming home in 2nd. Alexia of France, the Olympic silver medalist, coming home in 3rd. This then confirmation of the times, little separating the top 5. Salma Abdul-Mansur just missing out on a top 3 finish. Over then to the fencing hall, starting with the ranking round. Of Belarus, 28 victories, just 7 defeats, a really fantastic score from the Belarusian. Janine Coleman from Germany, 24 victories and 11 defeats. Ulyana Batashova from Russia really starting to come through, setting a good score, 22 victories and 13 defeats. Then we move on to the fencing bonus round. Zotero versus Alexia. Zotero already with 2 victories to her name, but Alexia very quickly ending that run. As we move then into the top 5, Marie Ortaza of France up next then to the fencing piste. Alexia looking to build on that score, but unable to. Ortaza getting the touch this time, and she picks up that extra point. So can Marie Ortaza go on a bit of a run here? Every point is of course added to your overall score. Every touch work an extra point in the fencing bonus round. A 2nd point now for Marie Ortaza. Natalia Coyle this time defeated by the French woman. So we're over now to Janine Coleman as we make our way through the last few fences of the bonus fencing round. Janine Coleman also defeated by Marie Ortaza. She's in a world of her own here. Volha Silkina up next. She was the best fencer overall. Can she pick up those 2 extra points? It's going to be close, it's going to be tense as we enter the final 20 seconds of this bout. Really close. Volhazulkina loses her footwork but manages to get herself back in the zone, and in doing so gets the touch, picks up those extra 2 points this time, as it is the final bout of the fencing bonus round. Volhazulkina really is on form. There you can see a total of 544 points after the bonus fencing round. Maria Ortaza in second place, with Zotero in third. Over then to the riding arena. This unique. This discipline is the only discipline where the athletes start with 300 points. The aim is to keep as many of those 300 points as they can. And we join our action here. Salma Abdul Maqsood of Egypt, already with one refusal to her score, makes her way towards the triple obstacle here, clips the middle one. That'll be 7 points taken off. She's doing well though to keep this all together. And up next, Guberlina of Russia. Very accomplished rider. Guberlina, you'll remember, was fastest overall in the swimming, and this is a clean run then for the Russian, a perfect 300. Up next, it is Marie Ortaza of France. 7 points taken off her score so far for that one clip, but so far, so good. Here we go then, the triple obstacles. Clears all three of them. This is looking like a very accomplished run from Maria Ortaza, who completes her ride with just the one knockdown. Good stuff. Up next then, it is Zotero in then to the top three. So far, so good for the Italian. Hasn't clipped any of the fences so far. The triple obstacles always challenging. 3 obstacles in short succession. Clears all of them. Zotero is on a roll here. The final obstacle clears that too. Just a couple of seconds underneath the time, but she will not worry at all about that. A score of 298. And that means it's going to be a straight-out battle between Zotero and Marie Ortaza, because Volhazulkina really unlucky with a disqualification. Points then get transferred into second, and you can see just 13 seconds separating the top 4. This is going to be dramatic. Here we go then, it all comes down to this. 3 disciplines are already done. The combined laser run is how we finish modern pentathlon. It takes determination, it takes courage, it takes concentration and discipline. All you have to do is get round without making too many mistakes. Off we go then. Zotero leads the way. She will be closely followed by Marie Ortaza of France, making their way to the shooting range. Important to get off to a good start. Who will focus the best here? Who will make those first 5 shots? Zotero on the left, Ortaza on the right. Ortaza's quick, isn't she? Just slightly ahead of Zotero in this early shoot. There you can see Ulyana Batashova, and away it is Marie Ortaza, closely followed by Zotero. Good shooting by both those athletes. Batashova looks focused. On the far end of the screen you can see Joanna Muir of Great Britain. She could well come back into this towards the end of the race, but it is Ortaza and Zotero battling for first and second at the moment. Elodie Clouvel, 2016 Olympic silver medalist at the shooting range. She's away safely as well. There's Janine Coleman of Germany, just making her way through, closely followed then by Joanna Muir of Great Britain. A little bit further back, there's Guberlina, the Russian, who was fastest in the pool a little bit earlier on in the day, but making their way around, probably around halfway around this first lap. It is Zotero and Ortaza who started out in front, just 3 seconds between them at the start of this race. Very little the difference as we approach then the second lap. Concentration once again as they enter the shooting range. Ortaza with the quicker shoot. She's 2 shots ahead then of Zotero. Ortaza misses her 5th, and it gives chance to Zotero to catch up a little bit, but it is of course Ortaza away. That gap very much the same as what it was. Ulyana Batashova of Russia knocking on the door of those front 2 places, but you can see just a couple of seconds back Ortaza with a slight lead, but Zotero is closing that gap. Very little in it as we approach the halfway stage of this laser run. Joanna Muir has had a fantastic shoot, by the way. She's moved up into 3rd place. Ulyana Batashova, the winner last year here in Cairo, is knocking on the door as well. This then is the battle for the medals. 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th, all on the screen at the moment. Janine Coleman of Germany knocking on the door as well as we approach our third and penultimate laser shoot. It is now a battle between 4 athletes. Who's going to hold their nerve here? Just one laser shoot remaining after this one. Ortaza once again with a great shoot, but she's stuck on number 4. And it's Zotero who's away quickest. Ortaza struggling on her 4th shoot here. Ortaza still struggling to round off her shoot, and Ortaza is losing a lot of ground here. And in doing so, it's allowed Zotero, Batashova and Joanna Muir to move ahead. And there you can see the gap now is significant, isn't it? This looks like it's turned into a 3-athlete race with Uliana Batashova looking to win a 2nd consecutive gold here in Cairo. Joanna Muir, though, moving around the outside, starting in 6th place from Great Britain as they start the 4th and final lap. Zotero, Joanna Muir and Uliana Batashova battling for gold here in the desert in Cairo. Joanna Muir off to a good start with her shoot. Uliana Batashova misses the first couple. Zotero keeping pace with Muir. Goodness me, this is pressure. This is where gold medals are won and lost. Golnaz Guberlina arrives at the shooting range as well. Ortaza with work to do if she's to make her way back into a medal picture. But it is Batashova and Muir who are away in 1st and 2nd place. And this looks like it's going to be an out-and-out sprint between the Brit and the Russian as we approach the final stages of this race. Joanna Muir of Great Britain leads at the moment, but Uliana Batashova knows what it takes to win gold here in Cairo. She won last year and she's got her eye on another gold medal here this year. And you can see just behind Golnaz Guberlina closing in. She's consolidating 3rd place at the moment. İlker Yüksel from Turkey started in 16th place and is in 4th place, but this is the battle from gold. It is a straight sprint between Muir and Batashova of Russia. Muir takes 1st place back. Can Batashova respond? It looks like Muir has the extra turn of pace. Gold for Joanna Muir of Great Britain. Uliana Batashova has to settle for silver this time. What a finish to the laser run here in Cairo. Uliana Batashova taking 2nd ahead then of Golnaz Guberlina as a Russian 2-3. But it is Jo Muir with gold for Great Britain. Fantastic stuff. What an end to the laser run. İlker Yüksel started in 16th place and moved all the way up to 4th place. Wow, what a start to the pentathlon here in Cairo.
There was like loads of quick runners round about me, so I just kind of tried to stick with them and not kill myself too early. But I feel it could have been anyone's race. Like we all pushed each other on. But yeah, I just can't quite believe it. It feels amazing.
Plenty more action from Cairo still to come. Coverage of the men's and mixed finals after the break. Welcome back to the opening round of the 2020 UIPM Pentathlon World Cup. Here in Cairo, the Platinum Club hosting 81 of the world's best male athletes ready for the finals. The world #1 Joseph Chung unfortunately not here, but plenty of big names in the frame. Ranked 2nd in the world, Yihon Lee. Last year a little disappointing in World Cup terms, but lots of confidence coming into this, the Olympic year. Valentin Prade of France, 2nd last year at the Europeans and at the World Championships in Mexico in 2018. Expect a strong finish from the Frenchman in the laser run. And the youngest of the 3, rising star Marvin Doeg of Germany, collected his 1st individual podium in Prague and memorably 2nd at last year's World Cup final. We asked him to reflect on his last-minute battle there with Joseph Chung.
I just remember that I went to the competition with no expectations, and then when I was like before the combined, I was like 8th or something like this, so I didn't really expect to come out at the top at the end of the last shooting. And when this happened, I just went out, my coach said, "Marvin, you won," and I looked behind me and I saw like, oh, Joseph Chung is coming, and we had the situation before in the 4th World Cup, so I was like, okay, just run, try your best, but at the end it didn't work out. But I'm still happy with my 2nd place. It was close because like 1 second faster I would have the Olympic ticket, but it's still time to get it. I think my biggest strengths are running, shooting and fencing, and my biggest weakness is riding and swimming. Like my strengths are very, very good, and my weaknesses are like very bad. So I try to keep up my riding. It's getting very good now, so I can show up consistency. And my swimming is also getting better, so I can catch up in this discipline. So I'm always in a good position for making medals now.
Well, time for the men's final to get underway here in Cairo as the action moves first to the pool. Your commentator once again, James Sadakis.
So once again, we crack on with the swimming. We start our action in Heat 5, approaching the final turn. Charles Fernandez in lane 1, Ahmed Al-Gendi in lane 2, Wungtai Jun in lane 3, Miles Pillage lane 4, Jiuhao Han in lane 5, Ben Carlos in lane 6, Gustav Gustnow in lane 7, and Adam Morosi in lane 8. The final turn completed then as we approach the final few stages of this 5th and fastest heat. No surprise, it's Miles Pillage of Great Britain out in front by a clear few lengths. Miles Pillage always very quick in the pool. The 2019 European Relay gold medalist will be quickest in the pool here in Cairo by a country mile. In second place it is Ben Carlos of Hungary with Wungtai Jun of Korea in third place. Miles Pillage, my goodness me, a huge gap out in front, a time of some 2 minutes. Over then to the fencing ranking round, and Adam Morosi, who was 7th overall in the swim, put together a very good fence. 28 victories, just 7 defeats, putting him top of the pile. Alexia of Russia with 24 victories and just 11 defeats, with Justinas Kinderis of Lithuania also 24 victories and 11 defeats. So we move on to the fencing bonus round. Fedechko from Ukraine against Hamed from Egypt. Fedechko already with a couple of points to his name, adding a third to make it 3 extra points to his score. Shaban, another Egyptian. The crowd absolutely loving watching the Egyptians here on the fencing bonus stage. And you can see Shaban there with an aggressive fence, a lurch forward. Kinderis versus Livanov of Russia. Kinderis then into the final 5 seconds. Will have to find a touch here if he's to continue this run. But it's Livanov of Russia who gets the touch, meaning he will be up against Adam Morosi of Hungary in the final bout. This one worth 2 points, a little bit more at stake. Livanov on your right, Morosi on your left, into the final 20 seconds. Morosi's been so good in the fencing so far, and he continues that form into the fencing bonus round, picks up those extra couple of points. Adam Morosi in a league of his own in the fencing bonus round, and indeed the fencing ranking round. All smiles on the Hungarian's face. He will pick the order of the horses, and you can see out in front, 569 points, already building up a bit of a lead. So on now to the riding, and here you can see Ahmed Al-Gendi in front of his home crowd with 300 points and finishing the round with 300 points. No obstacles knocked over, a perfect time as well for the young Egyptian. Wungtai Jun of Korea next out onto the riding course, has won plenty of World Cup medals in the past. This looking like a good ride from the Korean. Approaching then that final obstacle, clears it. Just 1 obstacle knocked over on this run. A decent run though from the Korean. In then to the top 5, Mohamed Shaban, once again an Egyptian in front of the home crowd. They're familiar with the local horses as well, which is a slight advantage. You can see this looks like it's going to be another very good score. In fact, it's another perfect score. Mohamed Shaban really putting himself in and amongst it with such a good ride. This though is our out and out leader. Adam Morosi clipping an obstacle there. He's got to try and keep it together, got to try and keep a clean ride on horse 46, Black Beauty. Adam Morosi out in front at the moment. Here come the triple obstacles. Clips the middle one, but it doesn't get knocked down, so he won't lose any points from that. 14 points deducted from his score so far. It's looking like a pretty decent time as well. Approaching that final obstacle, which has proven tricky to some of the athletes. Clips it, doesn't knock it down. It's a score of 285 then for Adam Morosi in a world of his own out in the front. This then confirmation of the score, and you can see Adam Morosi has 1 step towards gold already, with Mohamed Shaban moving up into 2nd place. Points transferred in 2 seconds, and you can see Morosi with a 25-second lead heading into the later run. then Adam Morosi of Hungary gets the men's laser run underway. He's got a great head start, 25 seconds ahead of Mohamed Shaban of Egypt. Here you can see then Morosi focused, calm, cool and collected as he gets his first laser shoot underway. Shaban approaches the laser shooting range as well, focusing himself. Wong Tai-jun to his right. Valentin Bellew of France next up, but it is Morosi with a huge lead. It started off as 25 seconds, and I reckon it's probably not too far off that as well. Marvin Dog from Germany, Pavlo Timoshenko next to him. A few battles going on a bit further back down the field. Wong Tai-jun has moved up into second place as we approach the second laser shoot. It is all Adam Morosi in the front. A shoot of under 9 seconds. He is storming to gold as things stand. Wong Tai-jun looks pretty comfortable for second, but it's this battle for third that's really keeping us on the edge of our seats. Livanov, Shaban, Bellew, Arthur Lanigan O'Keefe, all of them in with a chance of bronze in this ever-changing picture. Justinas Kinderas as well is in the mix. So Wong Tai-jun in second place, and you can see Mohamed Shaban of Egypt is in bronze as things stand, but there's been a slight change around here. Kinderas has made his way now up into the third place. Wong Tai-jun then, so comfortable at the shooting range. A time of 7 seconds. Valentin Bellew is closing in though, and will he come out in third place? It's so tense, it's so close between all of these athletes. It is Bellew that gets away. You can see Arthur Lanigan O'Keefe is battling with Kinderas there a little bit further back for 4th and 5th. It is so tight as we approach our final laser shoot. A huge group of athletes knocking on the door. Adam Morosi out in front. Wong Tai-jun of Korea in second. This is the final laser shoot. Adam Morosi at the front. Wong Tai-jun closing in, but Adam Morosi gets away, and surely now it's a straight run to gold. Wong Tai-jun just has to keep his cool here, and he's pretty much guaranteed silver. Heading into those final few shoots and gets it done. A time of 7 seconds. Right, who is going to keep their nerve in this chasing pack? Valentin Bellew of France currently in third place. Livanov alongside him. Arthur Lanigan O'Keefe. Kinderas alongside Arthur Lanigan O'Keefe. Marvin Dog in the shooting range as well. All in sync, but it's Marvin Dog that gets away quickest. Arthur Lanigan O'Keefe is right on his tail. Livanov is there as well. Kinderas gets away. Who is going to take the final medal position? Who is going to be quickest in this final lap? There you can see Adam Morosi. He's pretty much got gold in the bag. Wong Tai-jun behind him has pretty much got silver in the bag, but it's this battle for third that is keeping us gripped in the final stages of this laser run. It is Marvin Dog, who's picked up a few medals over the past few events, currently in third place. Adam Morosi sprinting out in front, the crowd applauding his efforts. It is gold for Adam Morosi of Hungary. What a fantastic day it has been for him. In second place is Wong Tai-jun. Who's going to take bronze? It's Arthur Lanigan O'Keefe, who gets in just ahead of Marvin Dog. My goodness me, that was a gripping end to the men's laser run here in Cairo. Well, that was a race that really caught the attention from beginning to end. Adam Morosi with gold, Wong Tai-jun with silver, and Arthur Lanigan O'Keefe with a very impressive bronze medal. Christian Zillikens, a gold medalist in the World Cup last year, just missing out on the top 10 finish.
Finally, I won again World Cup. The last was in 2014 in Kecskemét in my country. It was very, very long time, 6 years. So.
For the mixed relay, we start of course in Nepal. Egypt, the fastest of everyone, quickest in the swimming, a time of sub 2 minutes. Impressive start then by the Egyptians. Over to the fencing hall, and Eslam Hamad and Heidi Morsi starting to assert their dominance. 18 victories and just 8 defeats, and they won the bonus round as well, picking up those 2 extra points in front of their adoring home crowd. Over to the riding, and no perfect scores until the final run. A solid 300 when the pressure was really on for Hamad and Morsi, meaning they started the laser run in first place with a healthy advantage. And it was a dominant display from start to finish from Hamad and Morsi, who controlled the race to take a fantastic gold here in Cairo, with Al-Gendi and Abdul Maksud making it an Egyptian 1-2 career taking bronze.
Great memories there of an opening run here in Cairo. Thanks for joining us. Of course, extended coverage from Egypt can be found at UIPMTV.org.